Hello everybody, back out here in the shop on another cold November morning. Gonna go over some swim jigs that I've discovered that I kind of like. I've never fished them yet, but I've invested quite into them and I'm hoping they work out. So let's go over what some of those are right now. I have all my swim jigs in tiny boxes. This here happens to be a Flambeau 3003 ZM2, which is basically a tiny little box that's got the Z-rust in it, keeping the hooks from rusting. So I like the Flambeau boxes just for that reason. So let's just dive into this little box here real quick. And you can see I don't even have it all the way filled out, but I'm only using one size of weight on these, and this is the white 5/16 of an ounce Missiles mini swim jig. It's the Mike Iaconelli mini swim jig. And then when you team this little swim jig up with a nice trailer, whether it's a swim bait trailer or a Craw type of trailer here, man, that's a fish catching machine right there. You can also use the Missile Baits Mini D Chunk. Just a reminder, I am not sponsored by Missile Baits in any shape, form, or fashion, even though I wish I was, but I'm not. John Cruz is running a fine company over there. The baits are high quality, the jigs are high quality, and I just like them. So I'm gonna keep buying stuff from him and help support his business. But let's rig one of these up here real quick with a Strike King Mini Rage Craw or Mini Rage Bug, just to kind of show you what it would look like. And I'm not going to bite any of it off. I typically bite one section of it off, but for purposes of this demonstration, I'm not going to show that. Just want to show you what the complete package looks like. And here it is. That is a fish catching son of a gun, especially pre-spawn, skinny water. Again, it's a 5/16 ounce. These little flappers right there will just be flapping all in the water as you're bringing that above grass, beds. You can even flip it on a bed if you really want to, and just drop it right down there on them, and the little legs will kick and go down. And them old ladies, them fat girls as I like to call them, that's the only time I like a fat girl in my boat is when they're in my live well. They'll eat that. And the white helps you see it so that you can see them bring it into their face and suck it down and pop the hook. But again, as a swim jig, just the same. This thing is just sweet. The other swim jig that I've been trying out is from a company called Evergreen. And what's so special about them? Well, they're a little different than the Missile Bait in regards to the way their head is shaped. So this right here is a 3/8 ounce, and I'm hoping you can see how that head's got a nice angle on it in multiple ways compared to where the mini flip jig, can y'all see the difference there? This is 5/16. This is 3/8 of an ounce, so 1/16 of an ounce heavier. But you can see this jig is a little bit bigger. It's got a bigger hook in it, which will allow you to put a bigger trailer on there. But more importantly, that bigger hook will help you with braided line, for an example. You can really bring the steel to them. When they eat that, boy, you can just put the steel to them and house them in the boat. Other thing unique about this jig is its keeper here. There's, well, you can't really see it, but there you go. Here you go, purple background. You can see it's got two little, for lack of better words, staples or wires right there that'll help keep a plastic trailer on there. Where the Missile Bait has a circular thing that slides down on there, and sometimes you may need a little drop of super glue. This one here is a little bit more rigid, if you will, to keep that plastic up there, whether you're skipping under a dock or just reeling it back and 1/8 it, and again, it won't rip as easy or pull down off of the hook. But super glues always come in handy. But this Evergreen jig is pretty awesome, and I also like the missile baits jig just the same. They all come in multiple colors. Here's my jig box for missile, not the missile, but these are the Evergreens. I've got them in 3 basic colors: lava craw or red. I got some green pumpkin mixed in here with my black and blue, and then some shad colors. And then I've got them from 1/4 ounce, 3/8, and 1/2 ounce, depending on where I'm fishing at, how much grass is in the lake, how much grass is not in the lake. And then the same on my missile baits. Again, they do everything in 1/16 of an ounce. And I got lighters up top, medium size, and then they're heavier down here on the bottom. So this is my little swim jig system. I put them in 2 separate boxes because it's easier just to shove these down in certain places, especially if I'm co-angling during the springtime, fishing on somebody else's boat. So I can really manipulate these 2 boxes a lot easier than I can a bigger box. So that's how and why I separate them out. But all in all, both of them, again, are great products. The Evergreen jig, I think this is called a Grass Ripper. And this is Mike Iaconelli's from Missile Baits. Again, both are awesome. Both have strong hooks. They got the line ties vertical. And again, the weed guards are real flexible. That way when a fish eats it, it serves its purpose, and you can set the hook on those bad boys. Well, that's my review on swim jigs. It's going to be that time before we know it. You can always throw a swim jig, but I mainly throw them again in the early spring, and when the bass are up skinny, chasing bait, or when I see a shad spawn. They come in handy during that time as well. So, thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe out there. Go rip some lip.